Hey, how you doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. I'm just doing a quick video today on one of my favorite knives of all time from Cold Steel. Favorite series of knives, the Ti-Lites. As you all know, many of you know anyway, that the first knife that introduced me into Cold Steel was back in 2001 when they came out with the titanium Ti-Lite. And that was the first knife I purchased from Cold Steel. I bought two of them. I have one left. One that I kept for collecting. I never used it. And the other one, I traded to one of my bros that passed away a couple years back. And it was a great knife. But anyway, let's get on to the new ones. The new one I got today has the same pattern as one of these. Same handle pattern. But it's not 6061 aluminum. Nah, it's not 6061 aluminum. It's G10. G10. I got the new G10 limited edition CTS-XHP DLC Ti-Lite VI. The tactical version. That's the one I've always wanted, the blacked out tactical version. Alright, here it is right here. It's coming to you from Midway. Got it from Midway. They am on sale for the Blackout Friday sale for $129. Normally they're like upwards near $200. You can find them sometimes on Amazon though for around $150 or so, $140 to $60. But usually if you go to like Midway or to the Knife Center or someplace like that, they're going to cost about $180, $190, $200, right around that range. And I've been eyeballing them for a while because I've been waiting for the price to come down on them because I really wanted one because I love stilettos. And the Cold Steel Ti-Lite VIs happen to be my favorite stilettos. Favorite stilettos of all time. Out of all stilettos I've ever owned, I've ever seen, or even know about. I like the Ti-Lite VIs the best. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, the blade length, 6 inches. Overall length, 13 inches. Steel, Carpenter, CTS. Registered trademark, XHP alloy. With DLC coating. Weight 7.1 ounces. Blade thickness 4 millimeters. Handle 7 inches. Made out of G10, American G10. And the blade is American CTS-XHP. Oh yeah. Let you see the box. Got the new box, so this makes me think that this is going to be a regular deal. Because they went through all the trouble of producing these boxes for this one, so I think this is going to be a regular part of the Ti-Lite line. I think it's going to be available for everybody. I think they're always going to make these. I hope. That's what I'm hoping. There's the nomenclature number, the model number, barcode. The model number is 26AGSTX. 6-inch Ti-Lite G10 handle. That's what it should say on your box if you get one of these. This has come from Midway. Midway is an authorized Cold Steel dealer, so this is not a reproduction or become a counterfeit or a knockoff or anything like this. This is the real deal. It's come from Midway. Anything that comes from Midway, Knife Center, any one of those places, Oso Grande, you can depend on, you're gonna get the real deal. They're all Cold Steel authorized dealers. There's lots of them on eBay and Amazon too, but you gotta check them out though. All right. This one I bought to collect. This is the first of two. I got another one on eBay for $100. That's right, $100. It was used. It's coming from, had the box and everything, still looked brand new, but it's coming from a pawn shop. Now I should have that one in a couple of days, and that'll be the one that'll go into my rotation. This one I got to collect because it's coming from Midway, so it's like Midway perfect. It's the way that they come from the factory. That's the way it should be for a collection. To me, anyway. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. A tactical Ti-Lite VI. About time. About time, Cold Steel. Well done. It's about time. This one's been a long time coming. This should have been out there a long time ago. All right. This one's a little bit different from the other ones. We'll talk about it. This is its own animal. This is not like the other ones. I'm sure the blade and everything might be interchangeable and stuff like that, but there's some things I don't know if it's all totally interchangeable. If you want, take one of these and do like I did on this one, for instance. Because this one was originally a bee blasted version. You see it's not bee blasted, right? It hasn't been polished or anything. I just swapped up the parts with the Zy-Tel version. So you see the liners and everything. So it's basically the scales from a bee blast version on the Zy-Tel version. I like it like that. It looks nice and shiny. I'm not too big on bee blast. Bee blast is cool though, I guess, for some blades. I made that one just for me because I was planning on carrying it. But I didn't end up carrying it because I decided I like the Zy-Tel handles better. Because the bee blasted, the bee blasted version with the aluminum handles is a lot heavier. This one's nice and light. You forget about it in your pocket. This is one I've been carrying since the 2000s. Since they first came out. This is one of the ones that was probably the ones that first came out from Cold Steel. I can't remember, it was like 2007, 2008, I can't remember, somewhere. But it's been used a lot, and I polished it all out because I scratched it all up and dulled it all out and polished it all up, sharpened it up. I've done that about 3 times on this knife. Absolutely love it. It's been in my rotation for longer than any of the other knives have been that are in my rotation, next to my Cold Steel Voyager Tonto. But anyway, there it is there. Let's weigh them out. Let's see how much they weigh. See if it does weigh 7.1 ounces. That's what it was supposed to weigh. Let's set that out the way. Okay. There we go. Seven 7.0. So that's close enough. So it's supposed to weigh 7.1. I think the old Zy-Tel version weighs 7.2 ounces. Let's see. Let's get an unmodified one. That's this one right here. This one's the one that is part of my collection. It's never been used. Usually when I buy knives, I usually buy 2 of them. When I really like them, I'll get 2. I'll get one to collect or as a backup in case something happens to the other one. It gets lost or stolen or confiscated or whatever, broken. Then I have another one that I already have in case they get discontinued. Lots of knife makers, they discontinue their knives all the time. So I suggest if there's ever something that you really like, I suggest that you buy more than one in case they discontinue it. But anyway, let's weigh this one. It says 7.3. Can you see that? 7.3. All right. Now let's weigh one of these. Now this is the bee blast version. This is another one that's from my collection. It's never been used. It's the Oz 8 version. It's the original one. It has the same handle pattern scales as the new G10. And they're still making these. They're making them in the CTS-XHP. This is the one that they have in the catalog. Okay, let's see how much it weighs. 9 ounces. now I think you see why I like to carry the other ones. The other ones weigh 7 ounces. This one weighs 9 ounces, 3 ounces heavier. And actually, you know, it's a real heavy-duty knife and everything, but it's just too heavy on my pocket. It pulls my pants down. I got a flat butt. It pulls my pants down. I have to constantly pull my pants up. Weighs down my pants. But I love it. It's an excellent knife. This one is perfect. G10. It's lighter than all the other ones. It's the lightest one. 7 ounces. The next lightest one is the Zytel at 7.3. We just weighed them. Then the aluminum handle one weighs 9 ounces. So this is the preferred one to me. It's got the CTS-XHP blade. It's DLC coated. American G10, American steel, American handle scales. It's got a stainless steel leaf spring on one side, just like all the old Ti-Lites. But on the other side, it doesn't have a liner. There's no liner on the other side. That's one thing I want to tell you guys about. This one only has a liner on one side, and the liner is the actual leaf spring for the liner lock, the leaf spring, the folded over leaf spring. These liner locks, I'm not a big liner lock fan, but this one works because I've been carrying the other one for a lot of years and it's never failed me, and I just got a lot of faith in it. You know, they're excellent. It's an excellent knife. It's a well-built knife. It's built like a tank. There's not another stiletto, I don't think, anywhere that's built as strong as this one. This is the best stiletto. Not production stiletto. I'm sure there's probably somebody makes custom stuff that makes something extra thick and extra heavy any way that they wanted to make it. But there's no other production knife that I know of that's a stiletto that's as strong and heavy duty and it's got as good as steel. What other stiletto that has CTS-XHP steel? This is awesome. This is the creme de la creme of stilettos to me. This is the best one, period. That's my opinion. Everybody has their own. That's mine. This is the best. But anyway, there it is there. Let you see everything. Lines up, blade line center is perfect. And this feels really light too. It doesn't feel like it feels lighter than the Zytel version. It feels really light. And I like the way it looks. It's aesthetically, it's like better looking. It's the best looking out of all of them too, if you ask me. Of all the cold steel stilettos, I think this is the best looking one. This would be the one I'd want out of all of them. If I was only going to pick one of the cold steel stilettos, it'd be this one. Anyway, that's it. That's all I want to talk to y'all about. Oh, one more thing. Let me just show you that this is a true limited edition. And I had somebody say something about they're wondering if they're like real legitimate cold steel knives. Yeah, they are. There's limited edition. They're not. And what makes them limited is that they're not in the cold steel catalog. In the cold steel catalog, they just have the Zytel one and the aluminum handled one. The bee blasted one. The bee blasted and the satin polished Zytel one. The Zytel one is still Oz 8A. The aluminum handled one now is CTS-XHP. I sort of wondered if they're going to keep making the Zytel one. I don't know. I think they ought to make all three. What do you guys think? I think the Zytel one fits its purpose because it's the entry level one. And if you ask me, it's one of the best ones because of the way that the handle scales are. I know they're not as extractive as these, for example. But the thing I like about the Zytel one, you put your finger in it right here, right in front of the clip. You put your pinky finger in there, and it locks you in. And so it gives you like really good control over the blade. See? And that's the way I open mine with the thumb set. I don't flick them out, because when you flick them out, you wear out the lock. You know, because especially with the liner lock, when you flick hard against the liner lock, it's metal. It's metal against metal. See? It's metal against metal, the way it locks up. And what will happen is that you end up wearing down either the face of your leaf spring, or the face of the back of the blade tang. And then you'll start to develop a little bit of play. So if you have a liner lock knife, this goes for all liner lock knives, I wouldn't suggest whipping them out really hard. You know, like using what do you call it? Gravity. You know, opening them up with gravity or whatever. Because that'll wear out your knife really fast. It'll jack it up. It looks cool and stuff, you know, and everything, but after a while you'll start having a lot of blade play, and your knife will be all screwed up. It'll still look good, but it won't be a solid, you know, knife. This one's still solid. I've had this one for, you know, 8 years or 8 or 9 years. I don't even know how long I've had it. I've had it a long time, since they first started making these, and it's still solid. I had another one that I had, and this is the reason why I learned about flicking them, because I was flicking it out all the time. And after a while, I started to get blade play. I had a friend that wanted it, so you know I traded it to him for some Harley parts. But when I started using this one, I didn't do that no more. I learned my lesson. They last a long time if you just learn how to use a thumb stud. Then the leaf spring doesn't wear out. That'd be my tip for a Ti-Lite VI. I hear people talking about they develop blade play. It's probably because you're flicking it out really hard, and you're tearing up your metal face in between your leaf spring where it contacts with the blade tang to lock up the blade. You're wearing it out. That's why it develops blade play. It develops blade play because of the way that you're using it. If you use a thumb stud, it won't do that. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway. And if you learn how to you know to do the thumb stud, you can do it really quick anyway. That's faster than a switchblade. That's what I've always liked about the Ti-Lite. It's the fastest cold steel knife that there is. The Ti-Lite VI. The Ti-Lite VI is the fastest cold steel knife. The one that's fastest after this, with my experience with all the cold steels, is the Holdout. The Holdout 1. And then the Counterpoint XL is fast too. Once you figure out how to open that one up, that one's really fast too. But anyway, this is the fastest out of the stilettos. There they are. Let's open them up. Take a look at them. This is the one that I made, you know, from 2 other knives. I really like it. I like them all. That's a stock bead blast. I'm going to get one of these in CTS. That's the only other one I want. Then my collection of these will be complete. The one I carried for last 7 or 8 years. Another collector, stock Zytel. And the new one. The new one. I love it. The tactical Ti-Lite VI, G10, CTS-XHP, DLC. Awesome. American G10. Here they are. The lightest, the sleekest, the best looking one, in my opinion. This one right here. This is the best stiletto you can get anywhere. That's it. Stiletto. Peace out. Time to go ride the bike.